Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. Before I speak on this 123 Constitution Amendment, I would like to salute those social reformers who have contributed immensely to reform the Hindu society for centuries. Let me start with the great Basavanna, Saint Basavanna of Karnataka, who fought for the equality among the human beings. After Basavanna, sir, it was Guru Nanak. Then came Mahatma Phule, Mahatma Jyotiba Phule, then Savitribai Phule. Then came Guru Narayan, who fought for the temple entry in Vaikom. Then it was Sahu Maharaj and Dr. Ambedkar and Periyar Ramaswamy Naika, who fought for the self-respect and the dignity of human beings. And sir, I got a great respect for Tawarchand Gehlotji, who knows his subject pretty well and who always confined to his portfolio. I don't know what was the urgency that this bill was introduced for the first time in Lok Sabha in April 5th and passed on 10th in 5 days. The same was placed before the Rajya Sabha on 11th. Later, it was referred to the Select Committee, and we have Man Friday of BJP, Mr. Bhupendra Yadavji, for all the Select Committees. And whatever the best thing he could do, we tried, but finally we have agreed for a disagreement on the various issues. Sir, immediately after the bill was passed in Lok Sabha, it was referred to, it came to Rajya Sabha and then it was referred to Select Committee. In the meeting of OBC MPs, the Prime Minister of the country said, I quote, "Why has opposition stalled passage of OBC bill as PM Narendra Modi ji?" Unquote. And later, sir, day before yesterday, Tawarchand ji was in Bangalore a few days back. His statement was very balanced. But my friend, Mr. Anant Kumar, who is a minister also, he said that Congress is stalling the OBC. What a great statement to make. Sir, we all know the stand of Bharatiya Janata Party and the way they introduced the bill in Rajasthan, Gujarat and Maharashtra, trying to bring in the economically weaker section into this reservation, and later it is the court which came to the rescue of these OBCs. Sir, we are not opposed to the OBC bill. Let me make it very clear. We are opposed to the way the bill has been brought and tried to pass it without discussing. As Tawarchand ji rightly said, we are discussing about the huge population of the country. It cannot be discussed within 5 days. Sir, I have been in this house, in and out of this house from 1990. When we passed that bill, when we constituted the Mandal NCBC in way back 93, I was a witness in this house also. It took its own time and we discussed it elaborately. Sir, the BJP's, I don't know whether I call it a parental organization or a Pitru Sangathan. RSS always held the caste-based reservation held that it divides the society, has tried to infuse class-based reservation. That we have seen in Rajasthan. They try to bring economically backward classes also. Sir, government should facilitate small and medium enterprises because it all rallies around the reservation policy. Way back when the Constitution was adopted way back in 1950, the Article 338 was confined to the scheduled caste. 338 was confined to the scheduled caste and scheduled tribe, where President used to appoint an officer to go through the difficulties of the SC and ST and forward the same report to the President. Later, in the 65th Amendment, 65th Amendment in 1989 and 90, the Constitution was amended and the Commission was formed for SC and ST, and wherein Commission had a chairman, vice chairman and members for both an SC and ST. And same, the functions were the same. Again, they had to report to the President. Then later in 1989, again, in 2003, again the Constitution was amended and there was a separate commission for SC and ST. Sir, as far as the Constitution of 338 is concerned, the founders of the Constitution, they didn't write this Constitution sitting in Nagpur or sitting in Rashtrottana Parishad. This Constitution came out of the huge struggle. The spirit of the freedom movement was against the inequality and the slavery and the discrimination. When the Constitution was formulated, the Article 338 was confined to the SCs, ST, and 339 again afterwards it was for the STs, and 340 was dedicated to other backward classes. As rightly pointed out by Mr. Gehlot, in 93, it is not the government which came forward to constitute the NCBC, National Commission for Backward Classes. In a famous case, Indira Sawhney versus the Government of India, way back in 1993, it was the direction of the Supreme Court. I'm saying again, it was the direction of the Supreme Court. The government of the then government constituted the National Commission for Backward Classes with a clear guidelines also within how the NCBC will function, what are the duties of NCBC. As rightly pointed out by Mr. Gehlot, this commission was looking after the exclusion and inclusion of the OBCs. Sir, 338, maybe in the Indian Constitution, in the context of the Indian Constitution, might have come in way back in 1950. But if you go through the history, way back in 1935, in Tamil Nadu, it was Ramase MacDonald, was the Prime Minister, the then Prime Minister, who brought this communal order, and way back in 1935, it came into existence. And that list was called the Scheduled Caste list. Identification of the scheduled caste and the scheduled tribe is not a tough job, because most of the scheduled caste habitats, the scheduled caste people used to live outside the villages or outside the towns, was easily identifiable. They were identified very easily. That's how the list was made way back in 1935, and it was, some names were added and added by 1950. And even tribals also, it was very easy to identify these tribals because they used to live in the forest. Identifying them was not a problem. As far as the backward class is concerned, identifying these backward classes is a Herculean task. If you take the example, in Madhya Pradesh, Gehlot Sahab, you know, जो मीनास are OBCs. राजस्थान में यही लोग ट्राइबल हैं. Washermen in the southern part of the country, they are OBCs. They are scheduled caste in northern part of some part of the northern India. And some of the, like, not Dangar, like, Koli. The Koli community in Gujarat is OBC. Purushottam Rupalaji knows pretty well. The Koli community is OBC in Gujarat, whereas it is scheduled caste in Uttar Pradesh. So likewise, and Baniyas in Bihar, they are OBCs, whereas in other part of the country, they are the forward community. There is a huge discrepancies in identifying these classes. Sir, the spirit and the essence of the freedom movement was to free India from the Britishers, is for the self-rule and home rule, but unfortunately in the entire 70 years of independence, Dalits tribals, OBCs and minorities are fighting to get their due place in the governance. The freedom struggle is incomplete until the due representation is given to all sections of the society in the governance and peace is restored in J&K. Thus, the main motive of the principle of reservation is to eradicate the unequal status amongst the citizens. So, our forefathers, they fought against the Britishers to have a self-rule. And is it to give the right exclusively for the selected bureaucracy to get the post held by the British? It is not to give a selected post exclusively for the selected bureaucracy to get the post held by the Britishers. So that's how our founders of the constitutions thought that reservation is the only way to bring in these neglected classes in the mainstream. Sir, majority of the people who are anti-reservationist, they have unleashed a campaign against the reservation saying that it amounts to inefficiency and the merit has got no place. I have got my own argument, sir. As far as the reservations are concerned, it is not a poverty alleviation program. It is just we need a place in the mainstream. That's how we need a place in the mainstream. That's how the reservation is a must. Sir, why are we demanding the legitimate share in the government services? Sir, India, if a job in the government ends with a mere salary and bribe, none of OBC or minority SC, ST would have bothered. We would have done our own professional jobs and we would have earned our livelihood. But being in power or working in the bureaucracy, it is something different. It will have its own power. That power is being misused for the selfish ends. That's how these communities are demanding the reservation for all the weaker sections of the society. To monitor this reservation, sir, I have been in this standing committee and the Social Justice Ministry for a long time. The implementation process of this reservation, if you go through the records, even in the SC, ST also, they are unable to fill the entire percentage of the reservation they have got. Even in the OBC, even after the 24 years of NCBC, we are unable to fill 19%, though we have a reservation for 27%. To safeguard this interest, it needs, as George rightly said, the demand was there from the entire OBC to get a constitutional status, constitutional powers, as was with SC and ST. The constitutional powers and the status are there with the SC and ST, but it is not with the NCBC. The demand was there right from 2000 onwards. Demand was there right from 2000 onwards. Even in the 2012, the MPs Forum of the OBC had demanded the then government to give a constitutional status to the NCBC. But even in 2016 and 2017, sir, I have not started, sir. Sir, it's a huge, sir, George ji. Sir.
Restriction बिल्कुल नहीं होना चाहिए. It is very important bill. Very important. Don't say 2 hours or 3 hours. Let it go for tomorrow also.
Sir.
Okay. All right, then. Hussain Dalwai.
Sir.
Your name is.
Sir.
Yes.
Let me make it a point,
Hussain
sir.
Dalwai should know. There are 7 names from the Congress party. And the total. Listen.
It is very important bill. और 52% लोगों से संबंधित ये bill है.
Sir, if you confine.
It is, but the honourable members should know, it is very important bill. I am in full agreement. There is no point of dispute over that. But Congress party has 50 minutes. They have given 7
Sir,
names.
it is not.
No, let me say. They have given 7 names. That means how much I give? Only 7 minutes. He has taken 14 minutes.
Sir,
if I give everybody like that, You have to sit until midnight. Then BJP has got again 5 names. They have also 50 minutes. No, you tell me. You have to tell me whose time should I reduce? Tell me. No. You all argue when your side comes. Whose time should I reduce? Reduce the time of BJP. Fine. The whole house agrees.
Sir, even tomorrow. Sir, we can discuss this bill even tomorrow.
Increase the time.
Mr. Rangarajan.
Time of the discussion.
I will
You cut deputy chairman's time.
Yes, my time. Thank you. See, Mr. Rangarajan, it's very easy to speak in favor. But remember, 50 minutes and they have given 7 names.
Sir.
When Congress party has given 7 names, what do I do?
Sir, Deputy Chairman, sir, for this bill, please take the sense of the House. Sir,
I'll have to ask one of you to come and sit here. What do you do? Okay, then the House should decide. We will sit as...
sir,
Ordering for dinner today.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you have this for
I have
late.
no objection.
You have it for late
Yes.
and finish it. Don't cut time.
I have no objection. HUD's suggestion I am very happy to accept. We will sit late and have dinner also, and I can allow everybody. I have no objection.
sir,
I have no...
I agreed for dinner.
So we will not... Okay. So that is the... Minister, okay? So we are...
सर उसमें हमें कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है. ऑनरेबल मेंबर्स जो है वो जितने भी, लेकिन इसका 4 आवर्स है. आप देख लीजिए उसमें हाँ,
Okay.
6 बजे तक.
So then you are taken 15 minutes. How much time more you will take?
Sir,
5
please.
minutes more. Okay.
sir, Deputy Chairman, sir, Minister has rightly said that we are discussing about the huge population, almost more than 50%. In my parliamentary career, right from 1990, this is the 4th or 5th time we are discussing about this huge population. It is a gross injustice to the people of this country if we don't discuss these issues in this parliament, on this floor of the House. Sir, threadbare it has to be discussed. Sir,
Okay. I don't know what
and
to do.
sir,
So many
as
names.
far as, because since you said that I have to
Okay, you
conclude,
proceed.
I'll
You
conclude
proceed.
within 5
Take
minutes.
5 more minutes.
Sir, as far as the reservations are concerned, all these sections
Take for 5
338,
minutes.
340, 341, 342 is all concerned, interlinked with the reservation. Sir, as far as the reservations are concerned,
Okay, boliye.
as far as the reservation is concerned, sir, we don't know the stand of the Bharatiya Janata Party because it's Mukhya, the head of the Bharatiya Janata Party, the father of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Sarsan Chalak, says he speaks anti-reservation. Sir,
Both are the same.
Yes.
sir,
You understood the point.
yes, I understood
You
the
talk
point,
about
sir.
BJP.
The neo-RS talks about that, no problem. Sir, as far as the reservation is concerned, let me make it clear. I may be speaking from the Congress party. We believe in democracy and we are very transparent. I don't say that entire Congress party will support the reservation. There are some members who oppose the reservation also because we believe in democracy. We discuss and disagree and we discuss that. Whereas in Bharatiya Janata Party, it is not so. And in Congress party, my president, Sonia Gandhi ji, has reserved 50% of the organizational post and position for OBC, SC, ST and women and minority. So there is a clear clarity that we are not opposed to reservation. Let me make it very clear. And sir, as far as the bill is concerned, there was no need to, there was a simple demand right from 2000 onwards for a constitutional status for this NCBC. Instead of repealing this bill, repealing this act of 1993, they could have given the constitutional status for the NCBC, which was constituted in 1993. Sir, while the NCBC was constituted under the direction of the Supreme Court under the Article 340, and later it was clearly directed ideally the NCBC constituted by Act 93 ought to have been adopted by recognizing it under Article 340, or else Article 340 ought to have been inserted with additional functions for the Commission as in existence under Article 338 or 338 NSC, SC and NST. Sir, in 338A, it says the grievances of the OBC and the Anglo-Indian community should be looked after by the National Commission for Scheduled Caste. It's already almost 30 years. How many complaints from the OBCs have been tackled by these people? Not even one complaint has been sorted out in this article, in this commission, sir.
No.
So that's all. And as far as identifying the caste, 341 identifies the scheduled caste, 342 identifies the scheduled tribe, and 342A, that the proposed amendment wants that the President will notify the OBCs. By doing this, the entire, during 1993 also, while Supreme Court directed the government, it directed there should be a National Commission for Backward Class at the national level and the National Commission for Backward Classes at the state level also. By repealing this act, it is very silent on the state commission. And the powers of the state to identify the OBCs is also very silent. I just need Mr. Gehlot to assure that the powers of the state government is not curtailed. Sir?
No, you address
Yes,
it.
sir. No, sir. He is my senior colleague and constitutional expert. I am not a constitutional expert, sir. I have to go by his suggestions also.
No tutoring during
sir,
discussion.
And sir, let me make it very clear. The entire Act of 93, they have repealed that act. That means nothing stays as it is. And again, the directions of the Supreme Court is being negated. So this commission neither will help the backward classes and it will take away the powers of the state. And they want to centralize the entire power as they have done in other cases. This cannot happen with the OBCs. As I already said, though the act was passed in Parliament way back in 93 for the employment and all, and way back in 2007 for the education, nothing has been implemented so far. If you centralize the entire, issues of employment and identifying the caste and all, they are doing gross injustice to the OBCs. And even if that is the case, they should think twice, sir, because they should think twice before scrapping the powers of the state, because it is the state, as I already mentioned, it is the state which identifies the various castes and communities. They know better than the people who will be sitting in the Delhi. Sir, hence amending the Article 342 and equating identification of OBC list like SC and ST list should not be done. Sir, and moreover, sir, just for 5 minutes, sir, I'll just finish it.
You have already taken almost half of your party's time.
Sir, and as I said, there was no need to repeal the National Commission, sir. This law, the National Commission for Backward Classes Act 93 Act, that is 27 of 93, under which a sitting or a retired judge of the Supreme Court or High Court, as per the direction of the Supreme Court in the Mandal judgment, is in force. But the Act is being repealed in full by Bill number 70 of 2017. That Act need not be repealed in its entirety. Chapter 3rd, powers and functions of the Commission alone could be repealed in view of establishing the new NCBC. It appears that the Union government is not in favor of appointing the judge of Supreme Court or a High Court that, as a chairperson, even if they don't get a retired judge of the Supreme Court, High Court. They can think of a social scientist or a man who has worked for the welfare of the backward classes. Instead of that, it's very silent on this issue also, sir. And this act, the way they are amending this constitution, it is not in the interest of the backward classes. It is not in the interest of the powers of the state, sir. With these words, so I thank you very much for giving this opportunity, sir.
Thank you, Sri Hariprasad. Thank you. Now, Sri Bhupendra Yadav. Sri Bhupendra Yadav. What point of order?
ऐसा है कि मैंने इसके बारे में मैं डिसेंट नोट दिया था. The dissent note is not reported in the report. Whatever is submitted.
Your name is there. Your name is there for discussion. At that time, you can.
But ये point of order.
No, it is not a point of order. When you speak, you can raise that point. Not a point of order. It is a point of order which should have been raised there in the committee, in the standing committee, not here. Okay? But when you speak, you can say your point.